Hey everybody, welcome to Landscape Rescue. You know why we're here. Let's go find some good deals.
Let's do it. It's go time.
So we're here at Lowe's looking at some fantastic deals. They've moved out of the parking lot. So if you can look, the parking lot is no longer filled with garden center stuff. So they've taken that space, they've reclaimed that space for parking. Now we get a party. When I say that, I mean 50% off shade trees, 50% off flowering trees, 50% off fruit trees. So as I'm walking through here, I'm seeing some really good deals. All the way from across the parking lot, I saw this guy right here. This is a Kwanzan Cherry.
Our first guest, he's made a career out of being the most outrageous imposter that we've ever come across.
Oh no, this is an Okami cherry. Sorry. This is a Kwanzan cherry right here. This is an Okami cherry. This is a Weeping Yoshino cherry. So let's go over the prices real quick and I'll tell you why I'm so excited. This Okami cherry right here looks like it is in, let's just say, a 7-gallon pot. And this is a pretty good size. No! As I whip myself in my retina. I mean, look at this thing. So in the ground, about, I would say 6 foot tall. Oh, so there's no price. I will double check on this, but it looks like, okay, let me go ask how much this is gonna cost.
One eternity later.
Okay, you guys are not gonna believe this, but
you can feel the anticipation mounting in the audience.
This is $10.
I don't believe it, I'm winning.
This tree is $10. I just went and checked. So it's basically 50% off, and then they marked them down to another 50% off. So it's a good thing I brought the Man-Mobile, which has got a hatchback. It's a Prius, by the way. Let's do it. Jeez Louise, that's awesome. All right, let's get started. I'm probably gonna need a cart. Kwanzan Cherry, big old son of a gun, and probably a 10-gallon pot. This guy is normally $60, so I'm gonna think it's gonna be 20 now, 15? I don't know, we'll figure it out. All right, that's it for the trees. And let's go inside and see what we got on just normal, regular clearance. This is Asiatic Lily, Sunny Benito, but it's $17.98, which is gonna take us into the 5th tier, which is gonna make this, let's say, $8. So for $8, you'll get 3 Asiatic lilies, and I just can't bring myself to do it. What are you doing? This was kind of a nice surprise. My neighbor, not the one with the mini Chewbaccas, but the other neighbor, just heard my voice and walked over, and she just so happened she was here. So she took those 5 cherries home in her truck. So I don't have to run around trying to figure out how to get all those cherries, those 6-7 foot tall cherries in the back of my hatchback. So I'm kind of happy that happened. I wanted to show you some clearance that I've been having my eyeballs on. My retinas.
Damn near killed him.
My retinas have been looking at it, so check these guys out. Spring King Salvia. You guys know how I feel about Salvia. Spring King Salvia, gonna take us into that 3rd tier because they retail at $9.98. It's gonna make them $4. I think that's a great deal. They have 2 of them, so they're coming home with me. You and you. Now, check out this. See, I have super clearance mutant powers. See that? See that right there? So there's some dianthus up there, and I couldn't see it from the other side. Those salvia were right next to dianthus. And when I was gonna go dig around and grab them, one of the managers the assistant store manager came up and started talking to me. So we were talking and I didn't grab them. So I'm gonna pull those down. I'm gonna take a look because I think it's those white ones that I got last week. So let's take a look. Probably breaking all the rules. Yep, American Pie Key Lime Dianthus. $4 a piece. One of those is looking a little rough. This guy here. I'm gonna leave this one because I got two that look pretty good. These two look pretty good. So that's the Key Lime Dianthus, American Pie Series, Key Lime Dianthus. So these retail for $10.98, which is gonna make them $7. I am not really that happy about that. I mean, we're gonna go ahead and do it, but I did buy all those trees. So those 5 cherries ended up costing me, after tax, about $70. 2 of those Okami cherries were $10 a piece. Just insane. I am very happy I swung by today, because I'll tell you what, worked until about 1:30 today, and it's been hot. Not anything like it's gonna be next week. We're gonna be in the 90s. So I'm a little apprehensive about putting all this stuff in the ground because I don't have my drip down yet. I'm a very, very busy guy. And then when I get home after work, I'm just worn out. It just kind of is what it is. So the weekend belongs to you guys, and the rest of the week belongs to everybody that comes in to my nursery. So let's get these on a cart. I'm gonna take both of those Dianthus. I'm gonna take both of the Salvia. I've got all those trees, and I probably have 20, or at least 20 plants to plant tomorrow first thing in the morning. So let's get crack-a-lackin'. Well, look what the catfish drug in. This is a Pugster Blue butterfly bush. So this is a dwarf butterfly bush. You know, I have them in my garden. I love them. They do so well for me. This year, it hasn't really warmed up enough, so they're not really getting out there doing their thing, but they're $26.99, I believe. $26.99 in a 2-gallon. It's starting to pop. It's gonna blow your mind. Its first year. And its second year, it just needs to be rounded off. I feel like, you know, round them off really good. Mine are dying. That just the tissue is so damaged all the way down to the ground. So, you know, I start them off in the spring about this tall, and they're just taking their time waking up this year because it just hasn't been warm. It's been very overcast, very cool. So I think these 90-degree days are really going to start, you know, getting it going, doing what it's supposed to be doing. Here's another thing that would look really good in conjunction with the Pugster Blue, which is the little quickfire hydrangea. Now the little quickfire, these are in a 2-gallon. These are $24.98. And they're only gonna get about 3 by 3, but they have a looser panicle, right? So they're gonna put bigger flowers out, say a looser panicle in comparison to the Little Lime or the Limelight or the Sweet Summer, right? Limelight Prime. They're gonna have a looser panicle, so they're not gonna be weighed down as much by those summer storms. Mine are in absolutely full 100% sun. Actually, I have Fire and Ice, which is a sport of the Little Quickfire, or the Little Quickfire is a sport of Fire and Ice. And I really couldn't tell you the difference, except Fire and Ice gets about 1.5 feet taller. I have those on the berm over by the little Chewbacca's side of the fence, that neighbor. And they are in full sun from the time the sun comes up Till the time the sun goes down, those things are getting baked, and they are looking amazing. They're getting ready to pop. So I'm a big fan of the little quick fire, which is proven winner's answer to the fire and ice, and they're great. So those are 2 shrubs that I think you should probably have in your life. Little quick fire will do a little bit better in the shade also. So keep that in mind. Not full shade, but if it will probably do just as well, you know, morning sun, a little bit of hot afternoon, shielded for the rest of the day. Remember, I've said this before, out of the 6 or 7 Bobo hydrangeas that I have, my Bobo that does the best is the one that's out of the sun by 4. So it gets a little bit of a break. So a little bit of shade tolerance never hurt anybody. And the little quick fire is definitely got some shade tolerance built into it. It might not flower as well, but morning sun until about 2, I think you'd be really impressed with how that performs. All right, here is the clearance Roundup. I got 2 7-gallon Kwanzan cherries, 2 5-gallon Okami cherries, and 1 5-gallon Yoshino cherry. Those ended up going home on my neighbor's truck because I ran into her. Then I got 2 of the Spring King Salvia and 2 of the American Pie Key Lime Dianthus. So now I have 3 of these. Thinking about doing a little Dianthus area, just for fun. Just for funsies, I think we'll do that. I've got so much planting to do. I have so much planting to do. And it is supposed to be a scorcher tomorrow. So we're gonna wake up really, really early in the morning, maybe shoot a video, maybe not shoot a video, just kind of depends. Because shooting video does really slow me down. I'm used to, as a landscaper, doing things very quickly. And so I have to come to terms. I have to get in YouTube mode. Maybe I'll film that, maybe I won't, but my name's Stuart Moore. This is Landscape Rescue. Thank you very much for letting me into your home to talk about plants.